Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's blog. Well. It is late night here in Southeast Asia, but you are still in your evening or later part of the day. Dear friend, it's been a good Friday so far. So far, so good. Yes, as expected, our coach came up and spoke regarding the injury situation and the game tomorrow against Preston. I have not been speaking so much about that because my focus much more was on the transfer window. Yeah, but I was hoping to get every detail from our gaffer and deliver to you tonight. That is why I'm here. So stay tuned because there's so much for you tonight. Listen, we are starting with the injury situation. Poch has spoken. He said many things. He was a bit relaxed today because there was no much pressure over this week. So he spoke, freely, and he spoke his mind. But I want to start with the injury situation because there are so many question marks. There are too many questions about the injury situation right now when it comes to Chelsea. And before I go deeper, I want to start with the list of the injured players, one after the other, and their names, before I get to analyze it. The following injury updates has been provided ahead of the Chelsea FA Cup third round tie against Preston North End at Stamford Bridge. One on the list is Ben Chilwell as a usual suspect. Ben Chilwell joined full training for reconditioning phase. He is part of the full training now, first team training, because he's undergoing reconditioning phase. That's Ben Chilwell. Kanechukwu Emeka joined full training or full team training for reconditioning phase. Right? Benoit Badasheli beginning reconditioning phase. Trevor Chalobah continued to undergo his rehabilitation program. Mark Cucurella continued to undergo his rehabilitation program. Wesley Fofana continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. Rhys James, our capito, our captain, continued to undergo his rehabilitation program. Romeo Lavia, my dear friend, continue to undergo his rehabilitation program. There's a question mark that I will come back to. Robert Sanchez continued to undergo his rehabilitation program, and Lavia Ugochukwu continued to undergo his rehabilitation program. But my question that I want to ask when I got to Romeo Lavia is, what exactly is wrong with Romeo Lavia? And two, what exactly is wrong with our medical department? Yeah, we need to be asking those questions. Our medical team, what is wrong with them? Are we sure they're up to their job? Now, Romeo Lavia recovered. He was almost fully recovered. Now, match fitness was what was needed. He came into just one game, 30 minutes of play, and he's gone back to rehabilitation. And our coach cannot confirm whether he's coming back next day, next tomorrow, next week, or next 2 weeks. There is something fundamentally wrong somewhere. Something fundamentally wrong somewhere. The earlier we identify that, the better. We can't buy a player in May, June, and then we are in January. The player sustained injury. During the rehabilitation program, he got that injury again aggravated. He came back after in the 7th month, played 30 minutes of football, and he's gone back to an unknown time frame. Dear friend, what do you think in the comment section? There is something fundamentally wrong with our training regime. Either our training regime, the style of our training, or it's from the physicians. Yeah. Maybe they are not giving the player the rightful advice. They are not giving them the rightful treatment. It could be any of those. Either they are going through the style of training they are going through with their age with their age, maybe it doesn't work out well for them because of their age that they are. Mind you, not all the players are going through what some of these young ones are going through. Enzo Fernandez just coming back to the squad. And it wasn't looking good at all. With all these players on injury list. For how long? How long? Dear friend. Lavia came back, played only 30 minutes for football, and he is gone again back to the medical room for an unknown period of time. The medical department needs to be rechecked. There is something fundamentally wrong there. Or our training regime, the routine of our training, how intense is it? Mentally, are the players cooperating mentally or not? Because whatever that transcends through your brain affects your body naturally. So if the training is not going down well with them, they'll be prone to injury. It's very simple. Romeo Lavia again back to the rehabilitation program with an unknown time frame of coming back. My dear friend, this is not looking good for Chelsea. It's not. Every now and then our players will get injured. Every 20 minutes of game, a player will be injured and see another 6 weeks, 2 months, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Well, that is your injury update. Think about it. Let me hear from in the comment section, my dear friend. Yeah. One transfer news before I let you go, because we are still in the transfer market, and I'll come back with more. I am not going anywhere. I'm loaded, so I'll surely come back with more for you. PSG have inquired to Newcastle about Bruno Gomez. The Brazilian's 115 million euro release clause can be paid in 3 installments. The Magpies are exposed to some problems concerning FFP, so wouldn't be totally against his sale. The transfer will depend on the former Lyon midfielder's wish to play in Paris or not. So all will still boil down to Gomez's own decision. Whether you want to go to Paris or not, that will depend. But PSG are showing interest in the young man. Well, in my previous video, I posted to you Pochettino's press conference, pre-match press conference. I don't know how many of you watched that video. That video is still right there. Most of you did not watch it. But I want to encourage you, go back and listen to what the coach has said. Every word by word. I just want to give you one thing that he said here. The rest, go to that place, write down there and play the video. Mauricio Pochettino on potential changes versus Preston. This is what he said. Not too many changes. Playing with the circumstances, of course. Not going to change too much of the team. Once or twice, players normally not in the starting 11, but we need to anticipate problems. We take like a Premier League game, it not because it is the FA Cup. Full respect to Preston, and tomorrow you will see. He was asked, are you going to give some players some reserve time to rest? Or you're still going to be playing them? With Preston, it should be a walkover, with all due respect to Preston. But Chelsea, game against Preston should be a walkover. And that is why the journalist was asking that question. Whether Pochettino was going to rest certain players and play some. Tomorrow, when I will come with my team lineup prediction, you will know my mindset. Not today. There's so much I need to tell you about today or tonight. So just wait for my match analysis and my team line prediction tomorrow. 2 hours to the game. That is what I normally do. Right? That is what I normally do. So in this case, dear friend, I will leave you here. Chelsea players that are injured, you heard it all. Romeo Lavia is still injured. How long is it going to take? Only God knows. I'll see you in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.